If you wanted one word that describes the move out into the digital technology, it's scope. So the system of the future is going to be a lot of different systems. It'll be IoT, it'll be dedicated systems to things like vibration analyzers, connections into the SCADAs and control systems of the world. It would be calculations, it'll be manual inputs, it'll be data from financial systems. The benefits are basically benefits that just come from the added data, because data has an extremely rare characteristic, and that is when more than one person consumes it, it becomes more valuable. What we have to be careful of is we need to make sure that people can maintain it, and that means a lot of automation, trying to get the productivity of the people actually maintaining this infrastructure as high as we can make it. An infrastructure has a couple of characteristics to it. The first one is if you know it's there, it's not doing its job, because an infrastructure just sits there and works. And that's why you have to be very careful on the deployment of these systems, because if you try to merge applications, projects, and infrastructure together, one of those will suffer from that. But there's two other aspects of these systems that have not been present. One of those is the security. There is a strong movement today by hackers to get into things that turn off and on, lights that go, water, whatever. That means that we're the target of these things, and that's going to be a distinct challenge. But then you talk about who owns the result of that data, particularly when you look at joint ventures, you look at remotely maintained and operated equipment, etc. How can we separate out and unambiguously keep the ownership straight on who owns the data? A lot of what we're doing is revolved around those issues, and then of course the issues associated with scale as well. You're going to see a lot of very useful cases of our existing customers and our existing systems. What it does, it demonstrates clearly that much of the stuff you see in today is not going to go away for the next 20 years. What you're going to see are things in addition. So now you have to wonder, what are those things in addition? One of them, of course, is being driven by the cloud. And so you'll see the work we're doing on developing algorithms and developing services that are running in the cloud and take advantage of the cloud, not just take the cloud and make it a big computer in the sky. So one of the messages that we want to bring is that you have to have this functional infrastructure for any of these other things that you have that you want to do to have them work at all. And that's one of the reasons we built Pi to be as narrowly focused as it is, because we have to be narrow focused to make it as reliable as it is.